Thinking about buying your first rental property in 2021? Well, I got 5 steps that you can take to get you on the right path. And if you stay to the end, I'll even give you a bonus step that'll be super helpful towards your real estate investing career. So stay tuned, be right back. Alright, so before we get into the 5 steps, right? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification to stay updated on future videos. It just brings awareness to the channel. And if you're already part of the Kingdom family, welcome back. Thanks for the love and support, man. We appreciate all of it, right? If you're thinking about getting into real estate or you are a real estate investor, comment real estate down there, hashtag real estate. I love to see it, you know what I mean? Alright, so I know you want help with the 5 steps, but before I give you the 5 steps, let me give you 4 reasons why you should consider real estate investing, right? Even if it was just like, man, should I really do it? So one of the reasons to get into real estate investing, right, is just that it's amazing. It's probably like one of the sexiest things out there, right? Like, oh man, what you do? Man, I'm a real estate investor. Goddamn, right? Nah, but seriously, real estate investing, I mean, buying a property just comes with like appreciation, right? I mean, it's not like buying a car or a liability or something that from day one it loses, it depreciates in value. I mean, as the more you pay down on it, you're building equity, appreciation. Yeah, true enough, the economy is like up and down or whatever. But in a 30-year time span, you're gonna at least know that you're gonna pay down all that principal and that interest. But at least you'll have all that equity in your home. You know what I mean? So the value is just there. So the second reason would be, tax benefits. I mean, I'm not a CPA, I'm not, attorney or real estate or whatever, but I could just tell you from personal experience with the rental properties I do own is the tax benefits, man, So, you got your W-2, you pay, whatever money you make, you pay taxes on that. But through real estate investing, there obviously everybody know that there are tax breaks where you can keep most of that. So I mean, that's just one other thing, right? So the third thing, what probably is like the biggest one, I should have put that at number 1, is passive income. I mean, if you do it right, you run your numbers, you crunch your numbers and everything looks good on paper, you execute, you buy it, and you start making money on it. I mean, that's passive income. And like I say, through the tax breaks, you get to keep most of that money, or not, if not all of it, if you do it right, if you're a savvy investor, you know what I mean? So the passive income, I mean, just being able to have a second stream of income at the same time, your home probably can go up in appreciation. You can, get some tax write-offs on it, right? You're getting built-in home equity, right? And then on top of that, you get passive income. I mean, goddamn. So the fourth reason would probably be the potential to retire yourself, right? I mean, there's so many more reasons. I could probably go like the 10, but we'll never get to the steps. So the potential to retire yourself. I mean, you picked up one property. Most likely you're gonna pick up another one. Most likely you'll pick up another one after that. And, just doing it slowly but surely, you're going to just reach to a point where you're financially free, I mean, the potential to retire yourself through real estate investing is there. I mean, 90% of millionaires, got it through real estate investing. So you could be one of those in 5 to 10 years. So let's finally get into the steps. You're thinking about investing in real estate. It's been on your brain. 2020 hit you like a brick, and then it was like, you know what? 2021 is the year. I'm gonna do it. So step number 1, if you've already done it, good on you. If not, is check your credit. Check your credit. See where you are. So many of us are not even sure where our credit is. That's amazing. It's crazy. You know what I mean? In this day and age we live in, you should be paying for a service. I pay for a personal service. I use Identity IQ. No, I'm not affiliated with them or anything. I don't get no paid service from them, but I use them. It's just one service that I I have just to monitor myself, because I do invest in real estate and I always want to make sure that my name is good when I'm applying for loans or, just in general, right? So check your credit, see where you at. Now, if your credit is not good, then is that it for you? Are you done? If you have a 500 credit score and you're like, man, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to jump 200 points in a 3-month time span to purchase this next rental property. That's fine. You can network, right? You can maybe get in with on somebody else, have somebody's co-sign, a family member or another investor, right? I mean, there's different ways around it. You know what I mean? Don't let something as your credit being too low hold you back from actually getting involved in real estate. Number 2, the budget. That's a big one. Get your budget. Figure out where you're at, how much you can afford, right? That's one of the biggest things, because I mean, you're not going to try and purchase a $500,000 building if you can only afford a $100,000 building or a $50,000 home, right, that you want to rent out. So get your budget down, because if you're living in a state that is out of your price range, then is that it for you? Are you done just because of where you live? Is every real estate investor out there only investing in the state that they live? Your budget can help you direct your attention, right? Your focus on where you're gonna go, right? So if you're living in California or New York or another high place, right, where property is their value is like above your means, right, and the barrier to entry, the price to entry is just too much, then maybe looking to invest in a different place outside the state, right? Look elsewhere. So if you know that you could probably get a loan up to $200,000 and that's like comfy for you, that's like borderline comfy and it's good, and you know that in your state you're not going to be able to get anything like that, then find another state. Find another state that matches your budget and start researching, right? Start reading the stats on it, going on the website. Has the job growth been going up? I mean, 2020 has been a rough thing, but you can go back 10 years, 20 years, see how they've been doing, see how the economy was in 2008. How long did it take to bounce back? Those are things that you can do once you figure out your budget, right? At least that was one of the big things that I did, because I wasn't ready to afford a $1 million loan or something. I mean, I wanted it, but there was no way in hell I was going to get it. So try and do that. Figure out the budget, then you can kind of like figure out where you want to go at, right? And I know it might sound kind of a little scary, to some people, like trying to invest outside the state. But just remember, if you're a real estate investor, that's what you do. If you're buying stocks, you're not going to buy stocks in something that that's like down the road, right? You're investing in stocks, you're buying it just because it sounds like a good investment. You probably did your research, something's going on there, and you invest your money. Same thing with real estate. You have this much money, you can't invest here, you can't buy Amazon, right? So what do? You go buy something that you can afford, right? You look elsewhere. Do the same thing. So step 3, the area. You got your credit, you're like a 650, 675, not the best, but not the worst, still workable, right? Then you got your budget, you figured out, hey, I'm living in San Francisco, but you know what? I want to invest in Texas, Atlanta, somewhere around there. Cool. Good. Now you got your area. Now it's time to do your research, right? Like I already hinted before in the last step, you need to be dissecting that place inside and out, because you're going to invest out of state, right? Start calling up property managers. Hey, what's this area look like? What's north, south, east, west, right? Start asking them. Start calling real estate agents and have listings coming your way, so you could just see what your budget will get you. You know what I mean? Another thing you can do is, like I said before, is also looking at the stats. How is jobs there? How is the unemployment? How's the job growth? What kind of big companies are there, or what big companies are going to move there, right? And that can help solidify your investing out of state, making you feel a little bit more comfy with your decision, right? Because if you can't invest home, go out. So I'm just talking from personal experience, And these are the things that I did to help eliminate my biases, my fears, help strengthen my decisions. And I'm investing in a state that, I'm not from, but, these things do help, right? There's only so much I can do without being there, and doing the research and looking at the numbers and the data, helps me continue. Step 4, analyzing deals. Every good real estate investor analyzes their deals, and you should be too, because you are going to be a good real estate investor. This is your job. This is your side hustle. This will be your main hustle. This will be your financial freedom, right? So you should be getting into the analyzing part once you figure out the area, right? It just comes with the territory. You're not going to just buy something blind and just say, you know what, I'm going to make money, right? Because not every deal is a good deal. Not every deal is a good deal. If you've never analyzed a deal out there before, just Google it. There's so many different ways, and in this day and age, there are so many calculators that you can use. You just punch in the numbers and there you go. So, once you have agents sending you listings, you called a few property managers, and so now you have some deals coming into your email, just grab the numbers, maybe look them up on Redfin, on Zillow, right? Those apps, and then just punch in the numbers and just look at the real estate investing calculators. A good one comes from Bigger Pockets. I'm not affiliated with them. They just are amazing. There's an amazing community. They give a lot of stuff away for free, and it's just a really good place that you, as a real estate investor, needs to be. And if you're still unsure about the numbers that you're seeing coming from the calculator, you can hit me up at kelvin@tomorrowskingdom.com. And there, through the social media platforms or whatever, you don't have to give me your exact deal, because maybe you want to keep it a little private or whatever, but you can just throw some numbers at me and you can see what I do with it. I'll show you exactly what I do when I'm crunching my numbers to see if it's a good deal or a bad deal, and if I should take a closer look through it, right? Because after you get it's a good deal and you hit up your agent saying, yo, I've analyzed it, I used my calculator, it looks like a good deal, the agent is going to be like, all right, cool, I'll send you some more info, right? Now you got more info coming in. Now you got reanalyze with those numbers, the actual numbers. Like maybe the rent's been juked on the site or not reported correctly. Maybe the taxes seem too high or too low. Maybe they say the tenants pay utilities, but they actually don't. So when you put those in your numbers, now it's all thrown off. So you gotta get used to analyzing your numbers. Step number 5, making the offer. That wasn't a real offer. That was my cell phone bill. So now you're in the mode of taking action. Congratulations. Now I just want to let you know that the journey begins here, right? Everything up until this point, you kind of could have did on your own. You didn't really need anybody, property managers, agents. You didn't really need all of that. It's just good to start networking with people, right? But you could have just Googled it. You really didn't need anybody, There's just things that you could have did on your own. But now you're actually getting into it, right? And you got your pre-approval in your hand, ready to make an offer on something. Now, like I said, this is where the journey begins, because get ready for a lot of no's, a lot of rejects, but don't let that stop you. That's just part of the process, right? It's like asking a girl, you gotta ask 10 times before you get one yes. Same thing with these banks, man. You gotta ask and ask and ask. Make an offer. So one bank might turn you down, another bank might say yes. You might put in 10 offers to get one accepted. That one that you get accepted, you might crunch the numbers again and find out it's a bad deal, or the home inspection comes in bad and you say, you know what, I don't want it. Happened to me. But like I said, you're in the mode of taking action, and that's all that matters, right? And you're gonna get turned down. So don't let that deter you, like I said, because man, that happened to me. Man, so that happened to me, On the last 2 weeks when I was supposed to close on a property, the first bank I dealt with told me no. Second bank, no. Third bank, no. Fourth bank, no. It's not until the 5th bank that they said yes. So I had to ask the seller to, extend me like a week. And within that extra 5 or 6 days, I've been calling banks left and right. Yo, I need money. And, I finally got a yes. So hopefully you don't have to go through anything like that. But if you go through your steps, make sure your credit is decent, pre-approvals, you run your numbers, you get information from property managers, agents, you've been calling banks and telling them your situation and you like to be investing and stuff like that, most likely you can cancel that headache, right? I didn't do that. I just was, property, I'm going for it, So if you're stuck with me to the end, here's a bonus tip, bonus step, bonus tip, just a bonus, right? Network. What kind of bonuses that is? Like probably one of the biggest bonuses for a real estate investor. So that's one of the things that you can do from step 1 all the way up to making an offer, right? Go to REI meetups, right? Go to your local REI meetups, real estate investing meetups, right? Jump on forums, right? I think the personal one-on-one experience is so much more better because you can physically shake people's hand, talk to them, let them know your situation, you're interested, you're getting into it, and there's a lot of people that's willing to help. Be safe, don't expose too much information about yourself, watch your conversations, watch what you talk about. But there are a lot of good people out there that's willing to talk and willing to assist you or help you, or at least point you in the right direction. So one thing that you can get from these networks, right, is you could probably meet a private investor. You could probably meet a hard money lender. You could probably meet somebody just like you that's hungry, that's trying to get it. His credit's around the same way, or maybe his credit's a little bit better, and he's just looking for somebody to just like, yo man, let's do this, let's draw up a little contract and get going, you know what I mean? You could probably meet that. You never know. The more times you go, the more individuals you meet, the more connections you make, and potential, investors that could probably just connect with you and just do a deal with you. It might be your first deal. You probably could meet, somebody just like you, willing to say, hey, listen, you know what? Your credit is not so good. My credit is pretty good. How about we go in together, right? And we go 50-50 on the deal. So you had a good deal. You were showing him the properties you was looking at, your idea of rehabbing it and fixing it up and renting it. And he liked that. He liked your style. He liked your ambition. He liked your drive. And he says, you know what? You could do a lot of the legwork and I can give you what you need. So you know what? Let's go 50-50. So remember, 50% of something is better than 0% of nothing. And what you could potentially gain is the knowledge. Maybe he did a couple deals, or maybe he's just like you, like I said, but you could get the knowledge of doing something. You can get a deal under your belt. You can start your real estate investing career journey off on the right foot and just get it going, Yeah, you could go through all the steps that you want, but being able to actually connect with an individual on a one-on-one basis, maybe they're at 10 units or 100 units, right? Someplace that you want to strive for. The information and the experience you could get from them, man, it's just amazing, I mean, yeah, true enough, you could jump on a forum and you can read about it, or, you could do like a Zoom meeting or something like that. But actually having that physical one-on-one connection, they can see you, you can see them, you can have a good conversation, old school, and just vibe with the person, actually feel them out. It's just something that every real estate investor should be doing. It should come standard. But most of us kind of like set that off to the side. We kind of like do it on our own until we get to a point where we can't do it on our own. And then we start investing. I say start networking now. That's what I should have did. That's what I wish I can go back and do again. Started networking first, getting the information, learning about how to make offers, learning about all these different things. Somebody to school me, paid or free or whatever. It's just that information would have been super helpful. It would have saved me so much time. So that was 4 reasons, I think, 5 steps and bonus. So like 9, 10 of them somewhere in there. I just wish you guys get as much value, as much knowledge, and just to assist, and maybe something you can get to help you into your real estate investing career journey for 2021. And buy your first rental property. No matter what happens, then just pick it up. There's so many more reasons. There's so many more steps. There's so much more other stuff that you can learn, and just keep learning, but keep taking action. And if you got any value from this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification to stay updated on the future videos. And if you found any value in this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. or just leave hashtag tomorrow's kingdom. It just brings up more awareness to the channel, And if you like this video, you might just like this video or this video. Peace. Tomorrow's kingdom.